We've prepared for this.
But they're bigger than us.
They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
From the campus of Mountain Ridge High School in Glendale, Arizona, welcome to Week 8 of 2025 Arizona Youth Football League action. As this afternoon, first of 3 ball games, it's an 8th grade matchup here at noon. The O'Connor Junior Eagles versus the 8th grade CMF Wolfpack. Hi, everybody. I'm Eric Anderson along with Jeff Lowry. 81 degrees here and very sunny at Mountain Ridge High School, which opened in 1995 off 67th Avenue and 101. Back with the opening kickoff right after this. And welcome back, everybody. Eric Anderson along with Jeff Lowry out at Mountain Ridge High School. I mentioned off of 101 and 67th Avenue. Just waiting here on the coin toss. With the Eagles of O'Connor winning the toss, let's see if they defer to the second half. No, O'Connor, the Eagles do want the ball first, which has been a little bit different. It's mainly been teams. The strategy has been to defer to the second half. 81 degrees out here at Mountain Ridge High School. This is the first of 3 ball games. The noon ball game, the 8th grade O'Connor Junior Eagles versus the 8th grade CMFF Wolfpack. The 2 p.m. game, 12 and under Mountain Ridge Junior Lions against the Flagstaff Panthers. That's 12 and under. And at 4 o'clock, it's 14 under 8th graders Mountain Ridge Junior Mountain Lions versus the 8th grade Flagstaff Panthers. So I'm Eric Anderson along with everybody. 81 degrees, and again, O'Connor won the toss. That means we'll get to see Colton Bradfield kicking off for the Wolfpack. They are in the maroon uniforms and in the blue of the O'Connor Eagles. O'Connor is 2-4 on the season. Head coach is Cliff. And for the CMFF Wolfpack, they are 1-5. They are out of North Phoenix. So Bradford set to kick off. And it's a squib kick to the far side, and it's recovered by the Eagles. So recovered by the Eagles that time, and it was Eli Stavro. The starters for O'Connor at quarterback, it'll be Jamison Klingensmith. Running back MJ Vito. Number 17, the backup running back is Jaden Meitzer. He probably gets some action at wide receiver also, as well as Forbes. On defense for the Wolfpack, keep an eye on 77, Gomez Reyes, Correa 54, Harris 13, and Llewellyn is number 81. First down and 10 for the Eagles from midfield. The handoff going right this time, and heading up for a first down that time is MJ Vito. Vito in on the tackle that time and brought down on defense that time by Max Gomez Reyes. So with good starting field position for O'Connor, it's first down and 10 just inside the 39-yard line of the Wolfpack. If you're wondering what CMFF stands for, it means Coach Mike's Football Foundation. So first down and 10 for the Eagles at the 39-yard line of the Wolfpack. Man comes in motion, a handoff on the end around this time. It's Bost, and he runs into a pack over on the far side, still pushing the pile, and he's almost all the way down to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 9. A gain of 9, again, Gomez Reyes Max get on the stop. It'll bring up second down and 2. The ball rests at the 31-yard line of the Wolfpack. It'll be 4 10-minute quarters. When you make touchdowns and try the extra point, if you kick the extra point, it is worth 2. If you go for a pass or run, it is worth 1 point. So 4 10-minute quarters. Second down and 2 for the Eagles at the 31-yard line of the Wolfpack. Klingensmith goes out of the shotgun with 4 receivers, and I believe we've got offside against the Wolfpack. There's no operating scoreboard here today, so we're going to do the best that we can with estimating the time that is remaining in the quarters. And an automatic first down as several members of that Wolfpack jumped. Move the chains, first down and 10 for the Eagles at the 25-yard line of the Wolfpack. No score, right around say about 8 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Klingensmith goes out of the shotgun. Play action, a quick toss right side. It is complete. Racing forward, Austin Johnson, and he's inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. A pickup of 12. Austin Johnson, the tight end, picking up several yards down that right side. And again, a man that's been on all the tackles so far, Max Gomez-Reyes, the big linebacker / defensive end. So the drive stays alive. This drive started for the Eagles back at midfield. First down and 10, Eagles to the Wolfpack 13-yard line. Klingensmith out of the shotgun, looks to throw, fires back towards that end zone. It is caught back down there by Ethan Hernando, but I believe check that, going to be out of bounds. It was caught by Tate Forbes, but he's going to have his foot on the line back there, but also it was illegal. Was it illegal motion or holding on the play? One or the other. It's going to be against the Eagles, and that's coming back. It's going to be holding. The touchdown they're claiming it would have counted. I guess I'm used to watching the NFL where you need to have 2 feet in. He may have gotten 1 foot in, but nevertheless it doesn't count. Holding penalty against the Eagles. First down and 20. Eagles with the ball at the 24-yard line of the Wolfpack. No score. Roughly 7 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. A handoff inside. This time it's Vito breaking free inside the 5, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. It goes for 26 yards, and it's 6-0 in favor of the Eagles. Right around 7 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. So MJ Vito had a nice hole over the left side, and he broke it 26 yards for the touchdowns, and the Eagles take a quick 6-0 lead. And now coming in, Ethan Hernando to try the extra point. Molesky will hold, and this is for a 2-point conversion. The kick is up, and the kick is good. It is 8-0 in favor of the Eagles. 7 minutes approximately remaining in this opening quarter. So again, 4 10-minute quarters. If you kick the extra point, it goes for 2. If you run or pass it, and goes for 1. So if you can get a good kicker at this level, you've got a big leg up. So Hernando will kick off for the Eagles. Keith Cardenas and Holden back deep. Cardenas here on the near side, and taking a look on the far side, they have maybe made a change. It is Fallon Keith on the far side and Cardenas here on the near side. 8-0 in favor of the Eagles on a 26-yard touchdown run by Vito. About 7 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. Hernando's kickoff, a pooch kick that bounces at the 36-yard line. It's picked up and tackled down immediately by Chris Holden III. Getting up, making that stop was Landon Folger. First of 3 ball games here. This is a first possession for the Wolfpack. Again, CMFF stands for Mike. Coach Mike's Football Foundation. If you're wondering what that's for, they're 1-5 out of North Phoenix. But the coach is Kenny Gall today. 8-0 in favor of the Eagles. Right around 6.5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. First down and 10 for the Wolfpack from their own 37-yard line. Joshua Gall goes under center, backs in the I formation. Chris Salas is the tailback. He gets the handoff, goes straight ahead, and he picks up about 3 yards out to the 40-yard line. Runs into a mess of ball players right there, and getting up from the bottom of the pile was Alstott Shamblin, big defensive end for the Eagles. Second down and 7. Wolfpack from their own 40-yard line. The next ball game is 2 p.m., 12 and under Ridge Junior Mountain Lions versus 12 and under Flagstaff Panthers. Second down and 7. Wolfpack from their own 40. Backs in the I formation. A man goes in motion as Gall goes under center. Salas is the tailback, gets the handoff again. He is hit at the line of scrimmage, but continues to move his legs and actually picks up a yard. Some good defense inside, and showing a lot of emotion that time was Brighton Augenbach. So Augenbach coming up from his linebacker position after a gain of 1, making the stop. 8-0 in favor of the Eagles. Right around 6 minutes remaining in this opening quarter on a 26-yard touchdown run by Vito. It was a 51-yard drive as they got the onside kick. 3rd down and 6. Wolfpack from their own 41-yard line. They need their own 47 for a first down. Quick toss far side. It is complete. And racing forward and just a little bit shy of the first down that time, making the catch was Cardenas. Blas in on the tackle that time, number 21 on the far side, as well as Lane Howell. It is a gain of 3. They will go for it on 4th down and 3. Wolfpack from their own 44-yard line. Wolfpack trailing 8-0, about 5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter on a 26-yard touchdown run by Vito. The extra point was good, a 2-point kick conversion by Hernando. 4th down and 3 for the Wolfpack from their own 44-yard line. This time Gall will go out of the shotgun with 4 receivers. Gall will look to throw. Lofts it here to the near side, and it goes incomplete. I believe a penalty marker came in. It was a little bit high that time for Chris Holden, but there was a marker that was tossed, not a yellow marker. It's going to go, I believe it's going to go against the Eagles, but it was a purple marker. And I believe that was the quarterback. It was a very hard hit. The pass was incomplete. It was Joshua Gall who took that hit. It was not I don't know the difference between a yellow flag and a pink flag. He's coming off the field now. So it is a 15-yard penalty, moving all the way down, a big 4th down conversion, if you meant, or a big error by the Eagles to move it all the way down to the 41-yard line of the Eagles. Eagles leading 8-0 on a 26-yard touchdown run by Vito, a 2-point extra point kick by Hernando. This drive started for the Wolfpack back in their own 36.
Breast cancer awareness.
So the pink flag is for breast cancer awareness. We will have a brand new quarterback in. It'll be Chris Holden III. So Gall going out with the injury, but he got up and he appeared to be all right. Salas is the tailback. Gomez Reyes is the fullback. 3 backs in the backfield on 1st and 10. They hand off to Salas going left, and this is whistle dead. A legal motion against the Wolfpack. It is 8-0 in favor of the Eagles on a 26-yard touchdown run by Vito. And we're about halfway through the opening quarter, 4 10-minute quarters. It'll be 1st down and 15 for the Wolfpack at the 46-yard line of the Eagles. Both teams with losing records so far, trying to get on the winning side. 1-5 for the Wolfpack and 2-4 for the Eagles. 1st and 15 for the Wolfpack at the 46-yard line of the Eagles. 3 backs in the backfield. Hand off to Salas again going left. He's going to pick up about 5 back to the 41-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. That time taken down inside by Allstott Shamblin once again. They're going to credit him with 6 yards on the play, setting up a 2nd down and 9 for the Wolfpack at the 40-yard line of the Eagles. Wolfpack out of North Phoenix. 1 of 3 ball games today. Holden remains in at quarterback after Gall went out with the injury. Second down and 9. The handoff to Salas again. He's hit. Dropped after a gain of maybe a yard. And the initial hit that time was Michael Norris coming up from his safety position. It sure is nice to be able to see uniforms that you can actually see with the naked eye. The trend a lot of times now in high school and maybe even junior colleges to try to camouflage those uniforms with numbers that you really can't see. So the scouting for the other team is hindered, but I think they're going to try to change that. But it's certainly nice to be able to actually see the numbers. Third down and 6 for the Wolfpack at the 36-yard line of the Eagle. Gall back in, he fires far side, and that was a little bit low. It is going to be no catch. So a little bit low for Fallon Keith. And it'll be fourth down, and we'll call it 5 for the Wolfpack at the 36-yard line of the Eagles. Eagles leading 8-0. Going to stay right around 4 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. A 26-yard touchdown run by M.J. Vito. The extra point for 2 points was good by Hernando. This drive for the Wolfpack started back at their own 36. Joshua Gall is back in at quarterback. He will look to throw. Steps up, has pressure, and it's tipped at the line of scrimmage and knocked down by Lane Howell. Check that. It was Alston Shamblin again. I thought it was Howell at first getting a hand on it. It was 99 rather than 88. So a big tip at the line of scrimmage by Alston Shamblin. He's been all over the field. And on downs, the Eagles take over, leading 8-0 here with about 3 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. We're going to call it 5 minutes. So that will bring up a fourth down. Fourth down and 10. Let's see if the Eagles will go for it. From their own 36-yard line, the Eagles leading 8-0, about 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Vito, who had the touchdown, is the running back lined up to the left of Klingensmith, who goes out of the shotgun with 4 receivers. Klingensmith will look to throw. Steps up, throws over the middle, guns it into traffic, and that was dangerous right around midfield. You had 2 receivers there, Austin Johnson, as well as big number 77 for the Eagles. Broken up on defense by Cardenas. And I believe that 77 is not 77. Again, that is that number 1 that looks like a 7 almost. So it was Jaden Meitzer that was there. The 1 on the jersey looks an awful like a 7. First down and 10 for the Wolfpack at the 36-yard line of the Eagles, and a handoff goes straight ahead, and running back piles his way inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And that's Salas again with a pickup. Well, they're going to mark it down at the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, second down and 3. So the tackle made that time by Everett Bell for the Eagles. Second down and 3. Wolfpack at the 29-yard line of the Eagles. Quarterback goes under center goal. They hand off to the main running back again is Salas, and he's got the first down straight ahead and a gain of 5. So Salas with a gain of 5 and making the stop. Alstott Chamblin, he's been in on a lot of the tackles. And that appears to be the end. Is it a timeout or is that the end of the quarter? It's going to be a timeout called with roughly about 3 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. It is 8-0 in favor of the Eagles. A 26-yard touchdown run by Vito on that opening drive. So that put the Eagles ahead. The Wolfpack was on the march on their prior drive and made it down to right around the 36-yard line, but that was stalled. The Eagles, on their last possession, were not able to pick up a 4th down and 10 from their own 31-yard line, and that's why the Wolfpack has the ball in such good field position. The Eagles out of O'Connor, they're the O'Connor Junior Eagles, and the Wolfpack out of North Phoenix. So a timeout was called. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Wolfpack at the 23-yard line of the Eagles. It's a 14 and under matchup. Joshua Gall remains in at quarterback. He was injured briefly after taking a hard hit several moments ago. Salas, number 44, has been the main running back, the real workhorse, I should say, in the backfield, and he is a big man. He looks about twice the size of the quarterback Gall. 1st down and 10, Wolfpack at the 29-yard line of the Eagles. 3 receivers set. Toss over the middle into traffic, and it was intended that time for Holden, but it goes incomplete. Carter Creel was in the vicinity, as well as Michael Norris. A dangerous pass on that one. 81 degrees out here at Mountain Ridge High School on 67th Avenue north of 101. It's expected to get to 84 today, so the temperature's pretty nice. 2nd down and 10 for the Wolfpack at the 23-yard line of the Eagles. Eagles up 8-0, about 3 minutes remaining in the half. 4 10-minute quarters. Salas is the tailback again with 4 receivers. Gall will go out of the shotgun on 2nd down and 10, the ball at the 24-yard line of the Eagles. Gall is going to take off, and he's just going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. And a big hit that time on defense by Lane Howell. It appeared at first maybe that Gall was going to hand off to Salas. That is going to be the end of the quarter. Going to take a break in the action with the Eagles leading 8-0 after a 26-yard touchdown run by Vito, their star running back.
No idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this, but they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
And welcome back, everybody. Eric Anderson along with Jeff Lowry. Our score is 8-0. The O'Connor Junior Eagles on a 26-yard touchdown run by their star running back, Vito, as we start the second quarter as O'Connor playing the CMFF Wolfpack. That stands for the Coach Mike Football Foundation. They're out of North Phoenix. So we change ends as we start the second quarter, and the Eagles leading 8-0 here at Mountain Ridge High School, north on 67th Avenue, north of 101 on a beautiful afternoon. First of 3 ball games. Salas is the running back on 1st down and 10 at the 23-yard line of the Eagles. They hand off to Salas inside, and he's taken down after a short gain that time by Will Matthey. A pickup of 1 by Salas. So Chris Salas, the main running back, a big man. He's got a big blocker in Max Gomez-Reyes. Today's Arizona Youth Football League game is powered by the Husband and Wife Law Team. Serious injury, wrongful death cases, go to the husbandandwifelawteam.com. That is Mark and Alexis Breyer. They've been around the valley for a long time. Very well established, highly reputable. After the gain of 1, it's showing 4th down and 8 on the far side of the 22-yard line. Wolfpack needing to get down to the 13-yard line. Gall out of the shotgun, fires here to the near side, and it's complete down to the 14-yard line to Fallon Keith. Taken down by Michael Norris immediately, as well as Carter Creel, and that's a big fourth down conversion. A nice throw by Joshua Gall, who was injured earlier in the ballgame, missed a couple of plays. The Wolfpack trying to tie it up. It is first down and 10, Wolfpack at the 12-yard line of the Eagles. High snap, Gall fires towards the end zone. It is complete for a fantastic touchdown in the back of the end zone to Chris Holden III. That is a highlight reel type of play right there. It goes for 12 yards.
We were off, so sorry. Camera's going on and off. Dang it. What is going on? Did you stop the power or what? No, here. Sorry, we missed it.
Well, that's all right. We're off now still.
We're on, but the camera went off. And tell people to refresh their screen.
If you're listening now, which hopefully you are, refresh your screen. We've had an issue with the camera. And the score is 8-6 in favor of the Eagles. Going for one will be the Wolfpack. Running it or passing goes for one. Kicking it will go for two, so they cannot tie it here. Handoff to Salas over the right side. He's taken down immediately. Big tackle by Brighton Augenbaugh. So the score remains 8-6 in favor of the Eagles. It is 8-6 in favor of the Eagles after the Wolfpack scoring on a fantastic catch, a 12-yard pass from Gall to Holden, who went up and looked like an NFL player coming down with that pass in the back left corner of the end zone. But the PAT, the extra point, no good, as Chris Salas tried to run it in for the Wolfpack but couldn't get in. So it is 8-6 in favor of the Eagles, roughly mentioned no working scoreboard. Well, let's just call it 8 minutes before halftime. So 8 minutes before halftime, Colton Bradford will kick off for the Wolfpack. And it's a short kick, and it is picked up by Matthew. He races it back through the middle, breaks into the open, and finally taken down on potentially a touchdown-saving tackle that time by the Wolfpack. Jonah Valencia making that stop. And that was a return of 31 yards. So Valencia had an alley up through the middle and nearly brought it back all the way. It'll be great field position for O'Connor. First and 10, O'Connor at the 39-yard line of the Wolfpack. Eagles leading 8-6. About 8 minutes remaining in this first half. Klingensmith will go under center, but there is a whistle. And a timeout is called. O'Connor scored first to lead 8-0 on a 26-yard touchdown run by Vito on the opening drive of the ballgame. The 2-point conversion kick by Ethan Hernando was good to make it 8-0. Then early here in this second quarter, the Wolfpack scored on a 12-yard touchdown pass from Gall to Holden. The extra point no good, as they tried to run it in, and that's where we stand right here, 8-6 in favor of the Eagles with roughly 8 minutes remaining in this first half. First of three ball games, the 2 p.m. ball game is a 12 and under matchup. Ridge Junior Mount Lions against 12 and under Flagstaff Panthers. 4 p.m. ball game, 8th grade Ridge Junior Mountain Lions versus the 8th grade Flagstaff Panthers. First down and 10 for the Eagles at the 39-yard line of the Wolfpack. Backs in the I formation. Handoff this time going left as Vito trying to get to the outside. Dancing, and it's a foot race to the end zone, and he'll get there. A 39-yard touchdown run by Vito, his second of the afternoon, and it's now 14-6 in favor of the Eagles. That Vito has got some moves, I'll tell you that, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And we'll see if Hernando can kick the extra point to try to make it 16-6. Molesky will hold for Ethan Hernando, who made that first kick. Roughly 7 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Hernando will try the extra point. He made the first. That kick is up. It is good. It is 16-6 in favor of the Eagles. Roughly 7 minutes remaining in this opening half. So 2 touchdowns for MJ Vito, and that one he really showed some great moves on a touchdown of 26 yards. That was the very first in the ball game. Now 39 yards. .81 degrees out here. Fallon Keith on the far side and Eli Cardenas here on the near side for the Wolfpack, and that is a short kick fielded to the 37-yard line and not able to handle it for a second, dropping it, but getting back on it was Chris Holden. So a short kick by Hernando will set up pretty good field position for the Wolfpack. First down and 10 from their own 40-yard line. So MJ Vito with a pair of touchdowns for the Eagles, 26 and 39 yards. He's been the star. So 16-6 Eagles, about 7 minutes remaining in the half. Wolfpack first and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Gall will go under center. The tailback is Salas, the fullback Gomez Reyes. They hand off to Salas straight ahead, and he runs into a pile of white shirts after a gain of about 4 out to the 45-yard line. And again, Alston Shamblin getting up from the bottom of that pile. He's been in on a lot of the action today. Also Everett Bell in the vicinity, as well as Brighton Augenbaugh. Officially a gain of 5. It is second down and 5, Wolfpack from their own 46. 3 backs in the backfield as Gall will go under center. The tailback is Salas. No receivers out there. Handoff to Salas again, straight ahead, taking tacklers with him. He's close to a first down over midfield. And in on that stop now coming out, main man hitting was Brody Molesky coming up from the secondary position. That is enough for a first down. Move the chains. Wolfpack first and 10 at the 49-yard line of the Eagles. Eagles leading 16-6. About 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Ball at the 49-yard line of the Eagles. Salas is the tailback. Gall will go under center with 3 backs in the backfield. Hand off to Salas again inside, and this time not quite as many. Probably got 2 yards at best. That time it was Brighton Augenbaugh making the tackle. He's had quite a few today. It'll be a pickup of 2, second down and 8 for the Wolfpack at the 47-yard line of the Eagles. And Augenbaugh checks out. Checking in is Ben Veru. 2nd down and 8. Wolfpack at the 47-yard line of the Eagles. Eagles up 6-0, 6 minutes remaining in the half. This time Gall tosses it here to the near side, and he tried to get it over here to Eli Cardenas, but that play never got off the schneid. A pair of long touchdowns by Vito, MJ Vito, the running back for the Eagles. The only 2 scores for the Eagles, 26 yards and 39 yards for the Wolfpack. A 12-yard touchdown pass, Gall to Holden. Third down and 8 for the Wolfpack at the 47-yard line of the Eagles. They need to get to the 39 for a first down. Gall will go out of the shotgun with 4 receivers. Salas lines up to his right in a passing situation. Gall throws, and that ball nearly intercepted off the hands that time of London. It was intended for Chris Holden, who made that tremendous catch early on. It'll be 4th down. It'll be 4th down and 8. Wolfpack at the 47 of the Eagles. This is a 14 and under 8th grade game. Eagles are 2-4, Wolfpack 1-5. Just a beautiful day to be out at a football game. 81 degrees, expected to get up to the high of 84. A timeout is called by the Eagles. Today's Arizona Youth Football League game is powered by the husband and wife law team. Serious injury or wrongful death cases go to the husbandandwifelawteam.com. That is Mark and Alexis Breyer, very well known and very well respected in the Valley. Recapping the scoring today, the Eagles scored first in the first drive of the ball game on a 26-yard touchdown run by MJ Vito. The extra point was good by Ethan Hernando to make it 8-0. That was the score after one quarter. At the beginning of the second quarter, the Eagles got a beautiful catch from Chris Holden. And take a look here. Chris Holden, the third. It was a 12-yard pass from Gall. The extra point was no good, and it was 8-6. The Eagles remained on top, and then moments ago, Vito ran one 39 yards for a touchdown for the Eagles. The extra point was good for 2 points by Hernando, and that's we're at 16-6. Favor of the Eagles, about 6 minutes remaining in the half. 4th down and 8 for the Wolfpack of the 47-yard line of the Eagles. They need the 39 for a first down. Gall out of the shotgun with 4 receivers. He lofts it deep down the right side, and going up making a tremendous catch in traffic that time was Eli Cardenas. Cardenas made the catch down all the way down at the, they're going to mark him at the 28-yard line, and that's a pickup of 20. Eli Cardenas going up and making a great catch with 3 men around him. And that was a huge first down conversion for the Wolfpack. Officially 19 yards as they spotted at the 29. It's first down and 10. Gall out of the shotgun. Looks to throw again. Throws to the right. It's complete to Cardenas. And he's only going to pick up a couple. So a pickup of just a couple on the play. The tackle over there was made by Will Matthey. A gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9 for the Wolfpack at the 28-yard line of the Eagles. The difference in the ball game, one thing is that the Eagles have a very good place kicker in Ethan Hernando, and the Wolfpack has chosen to run or pass the ball. Of course, if you kick it, it is worth 2 points. You run it or pass it, it goes for 1, and a penalty marker comes in. It's a legal motion. A legal motion against the Wolfpack, and that's going to move that ball back 5 yards. And Joshua Gall, the quarterback, not happy about that one. It'll be 2nd down and 15 for the Wolfpack. Well, it'll be 2nd and 14 at the 33 of the Eagles. Eagles leading 16-6. Approximately 4 minutes remaining in this first half. And Gall now checking the signs from the coaches on the far sideline. 2nd and 14 for the Wolfpack at the 33 of the Eagles. Gall goes out of the shotgun with 4 receivers. It looked like a wide receiver took off early over here on the near side, but it didn't get called. And that is overshot over there for Eli Cardenas. Gall has a nice arm. That time he just overshot him just a little bit. And the difference in the ball game, really, it comes up pretty big, is the 4 points that were the 2 kicking conversions by Ethan Hernando. Even if the Eagles do score and get a 1-point conversion, they would only have 13 and trail at 16-13. So if you can get a good kicker at this level, a good kicker, a good snapper, and a good holder, you've got one up on the other team. So the Wolfpack facing a 3rd down and 14 at the 33-yard.
No idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this, but they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
And welcome back, everybody. Eric Anderson along with Jeff Lowry. Roughly about 3 minutes remaining in this first half. It is 16-6 in favor of the Eagles. And the Eagles facing a 3rd down and 14 at the 33-yard line of the Eagles. Gall again checking the sideline, looking for a sign. Salas, the big running back, lines up to his right with 3 receivers. Gall will look to throw again, looks left, lofts it here to the near sideline, a little bit high and a little bit behind the intended target. Chris Holden, the third, who made a fantastic catch in the end zone for a 12-yard touchdown catch. Campus of Mountain Ridge High School in Glendale. In the half. 4th down and 14. Gall gets the snap and looks to throw. Lofts it into the middle of the field. That could be trouble, and it's knocked down. It is knocked down. Fallon Keith wanted interference, but there were a lot of, a penalty comes in at the last moment. Hold the phone. They may call interference on that. There were about 5 Eagles around him and going up for it, but Keith wanted the penalty, and we may get it. They're checking to see if they're going to call that penalty. Keith wanted interference. I believe it's going to be pass interference on the Eagles' Carter Creel. That came a little bit late, that call did. Oh, a dead ball. So he hit him is probably what. Technically, a dead ball foul, is that after the, I mean. So a little bit of extracurricular activity. I didn't think it looked like interference. So a dead ball foul. I've only been following football for 54 years. I should know. But an automatic first down and a 15-yard penalty will mark the ball down at the 28-yard line. Or I should say the 18-yard line. But it is not going to be an automatic first down. 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 18-yard line. And the running back getting the call thought maybe that the play was whistled dead that time, as getting the handoff for the Eagles was Meister. So Meister got the handoff that time. I don't know if he heard a whistle in the crowd or what, but he hesitated for a moment, but he ends up picking up 6 yards. Kind of surprised with the dead ball foul that the possession wasn't retained by the Wolfpack. It is 2nd down and 4 for the Eagles from their own 24-yard line. Klingon Smith will go out of the shotgun. He will look to throw. Throws to his left. It is complete. Darting and dancing on the far side and coming up a little bit short of the first down that time is Tate Forbes. 54. Making that stop was Matthew Correa. So the closing moments of this first half, and the O'Connor Jr. Eagles leading 16-6. This ball is coming back. I'm guessing it was holding against O'Connor. They'll spot that ball back of the 15-yard line, setting up a 2nd and 12 for the Eagles back of their own 15. Klingon Smith will go out of the shotgun with 3 receivers, I should say. We've got movement on that defensive line. Both defensive ends jump just a little bit. Llewellyn and Harris. That'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Eagles. MJ Vito, who has a pair of touchdowns, 26 and 39 yards, is the running back. About 2 minutes remaining in the half, 16-6 Eagles. 2nd down and 8, Eagles from their own 21-yard line. Klingon Smith will look to throw. Fires deep down the middle of the field. It is complete. Off to the races is Tate Forbes. One man to beat, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. 79 yards to Tate Forbes, and the Eagles now lead 22-6 with about 2 minutes remaining in the half. That was, we talked about Klingon Smith having a strong arm, and man, did that show it right there. Fun to see. 2 minutes remaining in this half. And now you've got the dangerous weapon of Ethan Hernando, who is 2 for 2 in extra points. And remember, if you kick the ball at this level, it counts for 2 points. And that makes a big deal in the long run. He's made 2 already, and this one is up. It is good. It is 24-6 in favor of the Eagles after a 79-yard touchdown pass from Klingon Smith to Forbes. And Hernando has kicked 3 extra points, and I mentioned it counts for 2 points. That's the same as a touchdown. So you're getting a full extra touchdown if you've got a good kicker. So it is 24-6 in favor of the Eagles with roughly 2 minutes remaining in the half. So back deep here on the near side, Eli Cardenas, who has really been one of the favorite targets of Gall today, and Holden on the far side. Ethan Hernando to kick off. Eagles leading 24-6 with only a handful of time remaining, and that is a pooch kick, and it is fielded over here by Jackson Llewellyn. Wanted to keep it away from those good return men, Keith on the far side and Cardenas on the near side. So with the onside kick, Wolfpack will have good field position, 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. The Eagles got the ball first to start the ball game, so the Wolfpack will get it to start the second half. Our scoring, again, it was an 8-0 lead after the first drive of the ball game. The Eagles getting a 26-yard touchdown run from the tailback Vito, a 2-point kick conversion by Hernando. It was then 8-6 as the Wolfpack got on the board, a 12-yard touchdown pass Gall to Holden. The extra point was no good. 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack from their own 42-yard line. Gall out of the shotgun, handoff to Salas inside, and he is grabbed down low. Wrapping on for dear life was Brighton Augenbach. He's had a good ball game as he continues to have. After it was 8-6 early in the second quarter, the Eagles then got another 39-yard touchdown run from Vito, the running back. 2-point extra point kick was good to make it 16-6. And just moments ago, Klingensmith hit Forbes on a 79-yard touchdown pass. Again, a 2-point extra point kick for Ethan Hernando, who's 3 for 3. So Tate Forbes catching that 79-yard touchdown pass. And we talked about Klingensmith's arm. It's very fun to watch him throw. Very, very good. No gain on that play by Salas. It is 2nd down and 10, Wolfpack from their own 42. Closing moments of this first half, it is 24-6 Eagles. 4 receivers set, Gall awaiting the snap. He hands off to Salas, who is hit in the backfield and driven back. MJ Vito, who scored those pair of touchdowns, getting in on that action. And that is the end of the first half, with our score 24-6 in favor of the O'Connor Junior Eagles.
No idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this, but they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
And welcome back, everybody. Eric Anderson along with Jeff Lowry out here at Mountain Ridge High School. Our score is 24-6 in favor of the O'Connor Junior Eagles as they face the CMFF Wolfpack. Hernando's kick is a pop-up here to the near side, and falling on it over here is Matthew Correa. So it'll be pretty good field position for the Wolfpack. Recapping the scoring again, the very first drive of the ball game, the Eagles went 51 yards, culminating with a 26-yard touchdown run by the running back Vito. The extra point was good for 2 points by Hernando to make it 8-0. Then the Wolfpack got it within 2, 8-6, on a 12-yard pass from Gall to Holden. The extra point was no good. Then a 39-yard touchdown run by Vito, 79-yard touchdown pass from Klingensmith to Tate Forbes. And all the extra points for 2 points have been good by Hernando as we start the second half, 24-6. Eagles, first down and 10. Handoff to Salas. He is hit and dropped in the backfield. A tremendous hit. MJ Vito, who has scored 2 touchdowns today, and coming in from his linebacker position, that looked like an old drill that Vince Lombardi had with the Ray Nitsch, those, what do they call it, those one-on-one drills. That was textbook tackling right there. It'll be a loss of a yard. What did they call those? Somebody would have to run, and nevertheless, it was fantastic. It's a loss of 1, second down and 11 for the Wolfpack from their own 42-yard line. So 24-6 in favor of the O'Connor Junior Eagles here just at the start of the second half. Second and 11 for the Wolfpack from their own 42-yard line. 4 receivers set. Gall will go out of the shotgun. Salas lines up to his left in the backfield. Gall awaits the snap. He will look to throw, has pressure, steps up, going to take off himself. Throws with a man in his face, complete on the far sideline, and racing down the far sideline and picking up just a little bit is Fallon Keith. So what a catch in traffic. Let's see where they mark that. He may have gone out of bounds at the 30-yard line, so it is a pickup of 29. Fallon Keith went up and made a great catch on that ball and moved the chains, first and 10 for the Wolfpack at the Eagles' 30-yard line. A good way to start the second half as they need it. They're down by 18 points, 24-6 here just before the end of the half. Or I should say the beginning of the second half. First down and 10 for the Wolfpack at the 30-yard line of the Eagles. 3 backs in the backfield. Salas, the tailback, he gets the carry, slipped 1 tackle in the backfield and pounds his way up for a gain of about 5. And again on the stop was Brighton Augenbach, who's had a good day this afternoon. It'll be second down and 5. The 2 p.m. ball game is 12 and under. It'll be Mountain Ridge Junior Mountain Lions against Flagstaff Panthers. Then at 4 p.m. at 14 under, 8th grade Mountain Junior Mountain Lions against the Flagstaff Panthers. Second down and 5. Wolfpack at the 25-yard line of the Eagles. They hand off again to Salas behind left guard and dragged down after about a 2-yard carry again by Augenbach. You've got a big fullback in there for the Wolfpack as Max Gomez-Reyes, a big guy to block, and Salas, the ball carrier and tailback, got up a little bit slow. He's a pounder. He'll really pound it down your throat, and tough guy to take down. He picked up a couple of extra yards. They're actually going to mark this ball at the 19-yard line. So he picked up 6. Got a couple of extra yards at the last second. First down and 10 for the Wolfpack of the Eagles' 19-yard line. Gall will go out of the shotgun. Salas to his left with 4 receivers. Gall looking to throw. Lofts it deep down the middle towards the end zone. It's complete for a touchdown. Chris Holden, the third, with a 19-yard touchdown reception. his second touchdown of the afternoon. His first one was 79 yards, and it's now 24-12. Eagles lead it, and let's see if the Wolfpack goes for a 2-point kick or a 1-point conversion. They went for 1 point last time. So a pair of touchdown passes from Gall, and they will go for a 1-point conversion again. If you've got a good kicker like Ethan Hernando, who has given 6 points to the Eagles, it makes a big difference. Wolfpack will go for 1 point, and they loft it deep into the near side of the end zone. And that is caught. What a catch in that back left corner of the end zone by Eli Cardenas. Wow. Some of these catches by these guys are making them look like NFL players. It goes for a 1-point conversion. Our score now is 24-13 Eagles. Right around 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Cardenas has really been the favorite target for Joshua Gall. And if you're listening at home, we've had some issues with the camera. Just refresh your computer. Is that the right instructions?
We're backed up 2.5 minutes.
So we're backed up about 2.5 minutes. Meitzer here on the near side. On the far side is Forbes to return this kick of Colton Bradfield. Bradfield with a little pooch kick over to the far side, and it's fielded at the 35-yard line and bringing it back close to midfield and back to the 45, picking up 10 yards on the play is Reese Morley. So Morley with the return. Decent field position for the Eagles. But a good start for the Wolfpack to start the second half. They got the opening kickoff in the second half and marched down and got a nice, beautiful 19-yard catch reception from Holden from Gall. His second of the ball game for Holden. And then Cardenas with a tremendous catch on the 1-point conversion. So our score now is 24-13, Eagles. And that is going to be a fumble on that first down and 10. It's recovered on the play by Jace Harris. The Wolfpack recovers the fumble, Jace Harris, and things can turn on a dime. Just like that, things can move in the right direction for the one team, meaning the Wolfpack, and in the wrong direction for the Eagles. So the Eagles fumbling that exchange, and it was recovered by Jace Harris in great field position for the Wolfpack. First down and 10 at the 40-yard line of the Eagles. Eagles still remaining with a 24-13 lead with about 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. So that certainly has given the Wolfpack a shot of adrenaline in the arm. First down and 10, Wolfpack at the 40 of the Eagles. Three backs in the backfield. Salas is the tailback. Gall goes under center. They hand off to Salas inside, but he runs into a bit of a brick wall, but he keeps his legs moving and he picks up a couple. Again, sticking the nose in there for the Eagles, Brighton Augenbach, amongst others on that defensive line. Allstott Shamblin having a good day too, was in on that tackle. It was a gain of 2. Second down and 8 for the Wolfpack at the 38-yard line of the Eagles. Salas is the tailback, and movement on that defensive line, jumping a little bit too quick that time, was Braden Dixon. It'll give the, well, was he not drawn off, or was he just a flat-out offside against Dixon? It'll move it 5 yards down to the 33-yard line of the Eagles, bringing up second down and 3. We're early in the third quarter, 4 10-minute quarters, and the Eagles holding a 24-13 lead. The Wolfpack scored on their first drive of the second half on a 19-yard touchdown pass Gall to Holder, and then the Eagles fumbling on the first possession of the second half. Right after that touchdown, 2nd down and 3. Wolfpack at the 33-yard line of the Eagles. Gall out of the shotgun. He will look to throw. Fires deep down the middle of the field. It is intercepted by the Eagles. Intercepted by the Eagles. Will Matthew takes it up the far side and finally run around the bounds right around the 48-yard line by Salas. Unofficially, a 43-yard return. The throw is overshot just a little bit, and Matthew came up with it and raced it back unofficially 43 yards up the right sideline. Back 12 yards, staying on his feet still, was Keith, and it was a big collision there. The guy taking the brunt of it was Will Matthew, just had that interception. Check it was Cardenas on that return. He's done a whole lot today, but coming up who took the brunt of that tackle was Matthew, just had the interception moments ago. A return of 12 yards, and let's see if the Wolfpack can get something going. The last two plays of the possession for the Eagles may have taken a little wind out of their sails. It is 32-13 Eagles, about 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 1st down and 10 for the Wolfpack from their own 38-yard line. Salas is the tailback. Gomez Reyes the fullback. And Joshua Gall, who has 2 touchdown passes under center, hands off to Salas, and touchdown passes under center. Hands off to Salas, and I don't think he's even going to get back to the original line of scrimmage going over to the right side.
33.
The initial hit was made by the Eagles that time, and it was Jace Hansen, and also in on the tackle was Hernandez Sierra. So that time Salas tried to go over the right side and really didn't get anything. Maybe got a yard at best. The scoring today, some of the highlights, a pair of touchdowns by the running back for the Eagles, MJ Vito. He has touchdown runs of 26 and 39 yards. Holden for the Wolfpack, 2 touchdown receptions, 12 and 19 yards, passes from Gall. It is 2nd down and 9. Handoff to Salas again, and he is taken down at the 40-yard line. Again, making the stop, Adrian Hernandez Sierra in on his 2nd stop in a row. Another big play for the Eagles was a 79-yard touchdown pass from Klingon Smith to Tate Forbes. And Meitzer, a 48-yard run for the Eagles just moments ago. And Salas is down. He has taken a pounding. He's a big guy. He's about twice the size of the quarterback Gall, but there's some big players on both sides. So they're taking a break in the action, taking a look at him. It'll be 2nd down and 9 here, and I'll tell you a little bit about the law offices of the the husband and wife law team. Today's Arizona Youth Football League game is powered by the husband and wife law team. Serious injury or wrongful death cases, go to thehusbandandwifelawteam.com. Mark and Alexis Breyer, you see a lot of their ads on TV, the billboards, and Jeff will run some ads, but very well respected and longtime outstanding people of the Valley. So the score is 32-12, favor of the Eagles. Salas is up, but we'll see if he can get back in the ball game as he's limping. It looks like he's got a bad left ankle. Right around 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. We're having to estimate the time, no operating scoreboard, but sometimes those, since we're estimating the time, sometimes it can the quarter can be over a lot quicker than you think. So Salas will have to be replaced. It's a passing situation anyways for the Wolfpack on 2nd down and 8 from their own 40-yard line. And Gall is now checking the far sideline as he's looking for, well, they needed somebody in there. They needed a running back in there. As coming in was Matthew Correa. As Salas had checked out. Out of the shotgun, Gall throws here to the near side. It is complete. Slipped one tackle but couldn't get away. That's Eli Cardenas. So Ethan Hernando in there as well as Brody Molesky in on the stop. So they needed about 8 for the first down, did the Wolfpack, and they only got to their 44-yard line. They're going to be 4 yards short. They're without the big running back. Chris Salas went out with a bad ankle, it appeared. 4th down and 4, the Wolfpack will go for it from their own 44-yard line. Man goes in motion, Gall out of the shotgun. 4 receivers. Gall out of the shotgun. Tosses to the far side behind the line of scrimmage. It is complete to Chris Holden III, who reaches his course, and a big hit there. It's going to be a penalty. It's going to come back. Molesky put a huge hit on Eli Cardenas, and he wasn't looking and leveled him. That'll be coming back. It was a great run by Holden, but it's not going to count. That'll go against the Eagles, and it'll be a 15-yard penalty, I'd imagine. It's 32-13 in favor of the Eagles. Right around 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Our next ball game at 2 p.m. is a 12 and under matchup. Ridge Junior Mountain Lions versus 12 and under Flagstaff Panthers. 4 p.m. 8th grade action. 14 under Ridge Junior Mountain Lions against 8th grade Flagstaff Panthers. They're marching that back the other way. My mistake, I believe Cardenas is the one that leveled out Brody Molesky. So reverse what I said there. It was Brody Molesky getting blindsided by Eli Cardenas. So the penalty will go against the Wolfpack. The penalty will go against the Wolfpack as Eli Cardenas leveled Brody Molesky. It'll be 4th down and 20 for the Wolfpack back of their own 28-yard line. They need their own 48 for a first down. The Wolfpack trailing 32-13. Wolfpack without the running back Salas. Holden goes in motion. Out of the shotgun is Gall. In a passing situation, a penalty marker comes in. Legal motion against the Wolfpack. It'll cost them 5, making 4th and 25. So after the motion penalty against the Wolfpack, it'll be 4th and 25 from their own 23-yard line. Wolfpack trailing 32-13. They're going to punt it away, and the snap is over the head of Chris Holden, the third. He's going to take off, and looking to pass, he heaves it deep down the field, and that is going to be complete at midfield to Eli Cardenas. And I guess that's going to count. No penalty markers on the field, and that was miraculous. Unbelievable. Incredible, the athletic ability there of both guys, Chris Holden the third and Eli Cardenas. You just wonder if somebody might be downfield to, with a play that's like that. It's not a standard play, so there may be a penalty on the play. There might be somebody that's out of position, and it almost looks like it. The quarterback, Gall, was not happy about something. But, it is actually fortunate for the bad snap because he turned it into something. It was an amazing, amazing play by Chris Holden III. Well, no penalty on it, just an amazing play. And a timeout is called by the Wolfpack, and they trail at 32-13 to the Eagles. After an amazing play by Chris Holden III, he was going to punt it away, and the snap went over his head. And with his great athletic ability, he heaved it up for grabs, and the great athletic ability of Eli Cardenas, he went up and made a play. They ended up gaining 27 yards on that play. Wow. That was, and there's been some great catches in the end zone in the back. I mean, it's just amazing how these guys can, teenagers getting their feet in bounds in the back left corner. But that was a play of the day. I would agree with that. That 8th grade, so it'll be about 14. That was amazing. It's still 32-13 Eagles, closing moments of the third quarter, so they have an uphill battle trailing by 19, but never say never. So the closing moments of the third quarter, 32-13 Eagles, 1st and 10 Wolfpack just over midfield. Salas is on the sideline, the big running back for the Wolfpack. And it's 1st down and 10. Gall in trouble, and he just unloads it, just got it away, and harassed and knocked down by Everett Bell. That play really never got going. It looked like a penalty marker may be thrown. The running back that time was Matthew Correa. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Wolfpack, moving it back to their own 45-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 15 for the Wolfpack back in their own. Well, now it looks like they're going to move it again.
I think they called timeout there.
So I believe it is going to be a timeout. The referees, they do a great job, but sometimes I'm hearing an echo on there.
You still hear it?
I'm hearing some echoing, but that's all right.
No.
I think I'm hearing your headset. Sometimes the referees, they do a wonderful job, but sometimes they're not real as far as what they do with saying whose timeout it is. Sometimes they're not as distinct with that, but they do a fantastic job. So they've taken the penalty back two ways. They went back to the right first, then they went back to the left, and it appears the ball may be marked at the 45-yard line of the Eagles. And it will be 2nd down and 6. Well, in fact, that was the end of the quarter. That's the thing with not having access to a clock or being
lack of signals
of what the time is. So that was not a timeout. That was a change of direction for going into the fourth quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 14 for the Wolfpack from their own 45, and the Wolfpack in a hole, trailing to the Eagles 32-13 as we start the fourth quarter. 4 receivers set. Correa is the running back lining up to the right of Gall in the backfield. Gall will look to throw, fires left side. It is complete to Holden. Holden getting to the outside. He's roped up by a couple of members of the Eagles. You got Matthew as well as Blas. So that's almost back to that original line of scrimmage. It'll be, see if they change that marker on the side. It will be third down, and we will call it 11 for the Wolfpack from their own 48-yard line. Vito with a pair of touchdowns for the Eagles today. Tate Forbes, a 79-yard reception from Klingensmith. Big run by Meitzer, 48 yards for the Eagles. Third down and 11. Wolfpack from their own 48. 4 receivers set. Gall goes out of the shotgun. A high snap gets away, and Gall's going to just have to fall on it. A high snap, and he had to do the best he could to just fall on it. Coming away with it for the Eagles was Augenbaugh, but they're going to call Gall down. Unfortunate for that high snap. It will set up a 4th down and a mile. The ball rests at the 36-yard line of the Wolfpack. They need to get to the other 41. It is 4th and 23. Wolfpack from their own 36-yard line. Eagles leading 32-13, about 8 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. So the Wolfpack with a tall road to climb. The running back in the backfield to the right is Correa, the right of Gall. Tosses it to the left side, a little razzle-dazzle. Holden fires it deep downfield, and it is complete. It is complete. Going up and making that fantastic catch in traffic is Eli Cardenas. A gain of 26, and that's the second time this afternoon that Holden has fired it deep. The prior time was on that punt. It was punted, snapped over his head. Second time that Cardenas has gone up and made a fantastic catch on 4th down and a mile. You don't see that every day. There were 2 guys all over Cardenas. I mean, it's a jump ball, and it's when they call it somebody going up and making a play. Cardenas is, both those guys, Cardenas and Holden, have been fantastic all afternoon. Correa's the running back to the right of Gall, who goes out of the shotgun on 1st and 10. Wolfpack at the 39-yard line of the Eagles. 3 receivers. Gall fires left side, and a little bit too high for Cardenas this time. And a penalty marker right around the 29-yard line. And Alec Blas not happy with the call, number 21. So that should be an automatic 1st down. We'll wait and see. Temperature 81 degrees out here. Nice day for football. Expect to get to 84. It is a 15-yard penalty, so move the spot of the ball. Where are they moving that thing? There might have been 2 penalties all the way down to the 16-yard line for the Wolfpack, 1st and 10.
That's from the spot of the ball.
It seemed like it was longer than what the spot of where it happened. It gets confusing. I mean, we watch high school, we watch kids at this level, we watch college. Now they're moving it back. See, that's where I thought it would be. They're always changing the rules. You know, the NFL changes them so much, particularly on the kickoffs, you can't keep track of it. That's about where I thought it was going to be. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Wolfpack at the 24-yard line of the Eagles. Eagles leading 32-13. They've led the whole entire day. So it's getting a little bit late. Correa is the running back lined up to the right of Gall, who goes out of the shotgun on 1st down 10. Wolfpack at the 24 of the Eagles. 4 receiver set. They hand off to Correa inside. He's got running room and taken on by 2 defenders. It was MJ Vito as well as Augenbaugh who's had a good day, and Vito has 2 touchdowns running the ball. So combining on that tackle that time were those 2 guys. And the Wolfpack trying to get off a play quickly before the Eagles could get their players off the field, and the Eagles forced to call a timeout. It'll be 1st down and 5 for the Wolfpack at the 20-yard line of the Eagles. We're up here at Mountain Ridge High School, just north on 67th Avenue and north of 101. School opened in 1995. 2 games after this. It kind of seems like this game's been a little long. A little bit. We're only an hour 35 into it, so maybe not that bad. Do you have anything on there that shows the minutes to go? We're guessing probably about 8. You're guessing that. No operating scoreboard, so and no, the refs do a great job, but there's no way for them to signal the time up here. So there's 4 10-minute quarters. So we just kind of estimate the best we can with the time. It's 2nd down and 6. And Gall throws towards the end zone, and this ball is picked off. It is picked off, and bringing it out of the end zone that time after the big interception. Celebrating is Landon Folger. That time the Wolfpack threw it up and trying to have somebody go up and make a play, but that time Folger took it away and returned that ball 24 yards back to the 23-yard line. There's only so many times you're going to get away with that, the throwing it up. Holden's been the one that has been able to complete some of those, but it's been guys, Cardenas has gone up and made plays. That one, they weren't able to do that. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles from their own 23-yard line. Jamison Klingensmith is the quarterback. Vito, who has 2 touchdowns, is the running back. And an end around, cutting to the left with all sorts of running room, here is Jay Smith. Smith is all the way out to the 36-yard line, a gain of 13. We hadn't seen an end around all day, so move the chains. The Eagles, with a 32-13 lead, are sitting pretty here, about 6 minutes remaining in the ball game. Not seen an end around today, and Smith brought it around that left side and gained 13 yards. 1st and 10 Eagles from their own 36. They might as well do a lot of running of the ball to run the clock down. 2 backs in the backfield. The tailback is Vito. Play fake. Klingensmith has a man in his face, throws to the far side, and that was nearly picked off over there by Vaughn. It was intended for Chandler. So that one nearly picked off, but it is now 2nd down and 10 for the Eagles from their own 36. Backs in the I formation. Vito, the tailback. 2 receivers set. Handoff to Vito going right. With a blocker. Picks up the block. Races over midfield. He's got a lot of wheels. Breaks free. Lost the handle on the ball. It's going to be recovered by the Wolfpack. Recovered by the Wolfpack, and it's Liam Sweet. So the big gain by Vito, he fumbled it away, and Liam Sweet came away with it from the 25-yard line and returned it all the way here, depending on where they spot the ball, around the 45-yard line. It'll be a return of 20 yards. Vito was on the verge of breaking loose, but somebody popped that ball out. And a chance to take a look at the replay here. Somebody popped out the ball on Vito and made a play, and then Sweet picked it up. The ball will be spotted for the Wolfpack at their own 46, first down and 10. They trail at 32-13. About 4 or 5 minutes remaining in this one. Chris Salas, the big running back, is still not in the ballgame. The running back will be Max Gomez-Reyes. First down and 10. Wolfpack from their own 46. Gall out of the shotgun. Looks to his left. Fires, and it goes incomplete. Tried to get it over to the far side to Chris Holden Jr., who's got a pair of touchdowns this afternoon. He's had a big day. Vito's had a big day for the Eagles, a pair of long touchdown runs. Tate Forbes, a 79-yard touchdown reception from Klingensmith. Mitzi, Mitzi. Jaden Meitzer. I apologize. I've had trouble with that his name all day. Jaden has had a long touchdown run of 48 yards. Don't forget Ethan Hernando. He's kicked 4 extra points, accounting for 8 points. Second down and 10, Wolfpack from their own 46. Gall looking left again, now looks over the middle. It goes incomplete. Receiver had it in his hands, but couldn't quite hold on. Jackson Llewellyn had it for a moment but couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd and 10. Third and 10, Wolfpack from their own 46. They need the opposite 44 and throw across the middle. It is complete to Eli Cardenas. Made a couple of moves on people, but he's going to be shy of the first down. He was gang tackled. The big hit was from number 30, I believe, on that play. It was Henry Eagleton. 4th and 3, the Wolfpack will go for it from the 47-yard line of the Eagles, and they tried to speed it up when the Eagles called timeout. The Eagles have led the entire ball game. They currently lead at 32-13. About 3 minutes remaining in this one. The 2 p.m. ball game will be 12 and under action. The Ridge Junior Mountain Lions against the 12 and under Flagstaff Panthers. So the Wolfpack will go for it, trailing 32-13 with about 3 minutes remaining in this ball game, essentially, and it's 4th down and 3. Wolfpack with the ball at the 47 of the Eagles. They need to get across the 45 to the 44 for a first down. 4 receivers set. Gall out of the shotgun. Gomez-Reyes lines up to his right. Holden comes in motion towards the near side. Gall throws it to the left. It is complete to Cardenas. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Boy, has he got some wheels. It goes for 46 yards. Cardenas has made some great plays this afternoon, and it's now 32-19. Eagles remain in the lead still. 32-19. That was the Eagles continue to lead. That was the Wolfpack. Cardenas, man, has he had some great plays today. That one was caught from Gall. But not a whole lot of time left. Roughly about, we're guessing, 3 minutes, and the Eagles still lead 32-19, even though Cardenas just scored from 46 yards out on the pass from Gall. Obviously, the Wolfpack will have to try a few successful onside kicks or get a couple of them to try to get a chance to pull something off here, which they could. They have not been kicking the extra points. The advantage for the Eagles is Ethan Hernando has 4 out of 4 in extra points, which is he's kicked an additional 8 points for them. And the Wolfpack, they've had to go for 1 each time. They have not attempted a kick. They got 1 point. They will try to kick this one through now for a 2-point conversion. It'll be Chris Holden. Chris Holden will try the extra point, and that one is up, and it is blocked. Might be a reason why they aren't doing the extra points, and it's not just the kicker. You've got to have a holder, a snapper. Everything has to be just right, and that one was blocked at the line of scrimmage. It's not an easy thing to pull off. So for the Eagles, they will definitely need to try a couple of onside kicks here the Wolfpack will need to try a couple of onside kicks as the Eagles lead 32-19. We're guessing 2 to 3 minutes remaining in this one. 3 minutes about. The Wolfpack has a shot, but it's going to be tough. Not that they can't do it. Tate Forbes back here on the near side. And on the far side is Meitzer. And that is a pooch kick to the far side that's caught by the Eagles. And racing it up over midfield here is the quarterback, Jamison Klingensmith. Well, check that. It was number 6, not 5. It was L.J. Stewart. Sometimes these numbers look so much alike, and he returned it. A nice return of unofficially 16 yards, and we've got an injured member of the Wolfpack. We're going to take a quick break in the action for a commercial here. The score, 32-19 Eagles, about 2 to 3 minutes remaining in this ball game.
No idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this, but they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
When they hit him, right? Back. And welcome back, everybody. Eric Anderson along with Jeff Lowry out here at Mountain Ridge High School, about a couple of miles north of 101 on 67th Avenue in Glendale. The injured player for the Wolfpack was Jerick Vaughn. Heading off the field, our score is 32-19. The Eagles lead it by 13 with roughly 2 to 3 minutes remaining essentially in the ball game. And the Eagles will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line of the Wolfpack, so they can really sit on that ball and just keep it on the ground. Meitzer is in the backfield, as well as MJ Vito. Meitzer has a 48-yard touchdown run, and Vito has a pair, 26 and 39. And that is the end of the ball game. So we spoke a little bit too soon. It is the Eagles of O'Connor beating the CMM Wolfpack by a score of 32-19. And as far as the records go this season, the Wolfpack drops to 1-6. The Eagles move to 3-4. So a big win for the Eagles of the 8th grade O'Connor Junior Eagles, winning this by a score of 32-19. They led it all the way. The next ball game is at 2 p.m. It's 12 and under. Ridge Junior Mountain Lions versus the 12 and under Flagstaff Panthers. For Jeff